Okay, today is April 24th, 2021. It's about 8:25 a.m. Okay, current physique update. Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. So this is the conclusion of week 15 of the fitness transformation update, whatever you want to call it. This week was, I don't want to call it a failure, but I did gain 1 pound. I think I mentioned in other videos, your weight loss is never going to be just straightforward. Oh, you're going to lose 3 or 4 or 5 or 2, or your weight loss per week is going to fluctuate. I did make some mistakes this week. I mentioned last week I was drinking beer the whole weekend, basically because I was having a very busy Saturday, although I knew I was going out to eat somewhere, so I kind of extended my drinking for the whole weekend, just to kind of space it out rather than try to cram a bunch of beer into one day. I thought it was more reasonable to space it out. So that's kind of a fail, but it's actually happening again this weekend. So let's see if we can make that work for next week. The other big fail, I don't even want to call it a big fail. The other big thing is that I've been going through my deep freezer, pulling meat, and as there's been really good sales, like most people, I'm pretty frugal, and when I see a good deal, I buy it. So I was eating what I thought initially when I thought out the meat. You know, you're kind of guessing. You know, you're taking your best guess. What is it? I thought it was a boneless, skinless pork loin that I cut into steaks, which is rather lean. However, after cooking it sous vide and then going to sear it, I realized it had a lot of fat, and it was most likely pork shoulder. A couple months back, there was a deal at a local store for like 49 cents a pound for pork shoulder. I decided to cut that into boneless steaks, and obviously a lot higher in fat. So I have no clue what my calories were for the week. Once I realized I did this, it was kind of too late. I thought out like 52 ounces of this pork shoulder, and I wasn't going to let it go to waste. So I ate it, and I tried my best to compensate for it by eating other foods in lesser amounts. But at the end of the day, like realistically, I was probably still 2,500 to 3,000 calories a day. And then I kind of had other fails as well. Nothing crazy, and still mostly ketogenic, well, not necessarily carnivore, but I grabbed from the local drugstore. They had these Carolina Reaper almonds. I grabbed 2 of these, and I ended up eating them both. Actually, I grabbed one, I ate it, and it was really good. They're actually pretty spicy, but they're tolerable heat. They're good. The flavor's really good. So 2 of these comes out to 2,040 calories and 60 carbs. Made a little note. So I ate 2 of these this week, and I ate 2 jars of this Tasso's garlic and jalapeno stuffed olives. I ate 2 whole jars of this week, and that comes out to 1,312 calories and about 49.2 carbs. So there's a really good chance that like I wasn't in ketosis for most of the week. I mean, coming out of Sunday, having had beer the whole weekend, I for sure wasn't in ketosis. And then Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday was kind of like the days where I was eating the higher calorie foods, and I polished off 2 of each of these. So the carb counts were probably higher than they needed to be. And absolutely the calories were high. So I guess what I'm getting at here is the diet for the week was overall kind of a fail. Calories were way higher than I've been keeping them. I've been around 1,400 to 1,700 calories a week, and then now all of a sudden I'm probably eating 2,500 to 3,000 calories for most of the week. And then, of course, Thursday and Friday, I'm trying to play catch up. So I'm eating, 1,400 calories, super low fat, like zero carb. And I managed to get, like I said, down to where I was only 1 pound up for the week. I'm guessing it's probably water weight. It could be fat, but highly doubt it. The other thing is I didn't do any exercise. Zero. I still haven't been cleared for like full, duty, I guess you could call it. Like my hand injuries pretty much on the way to being completely healed. I will be able to do whatever I want going as of March 10th. And right now I can actually start increasing weight that I lift. It's just been kind of a bad week, bad weather, lack of motivation, finding out that I still have a couple weeks of therapy left kind of bummed me out a little bit. And just like I've mentioned before, like my weight limit is like 20 pounds now, or 25. Well, no, it's 10 pounds or something like that. It's really low. So, I can't really do anything that's really, I don't know, what I would call resistance training. So it's not motivating, but now that I can, my doctor gave me the okay to start going a little heavier, up to like 20 to 25 pounds, start testing the limits of my hand to make sure it's good to go. And that's kind of what we're doing with therapy also. So, anyway, I know for sure I'm cleared as of March 10th to do anything. So, I'm hoping to kind of ease into doing more resistance training, and it's not, about just saying I'm going to do it. I need to comply with it, which means I need to come up with a regimen where I have like a set time during the day that I get the workouts done. Basically, that's what I failed this week at compliance. Eating 2 of each of these wasn't part of the plan. I'm going to have to, for right now, skip out on the stuff that's in the freezer and make sure I'm buying the cuts of meat that I need to be eating so that I can maintain the deficit that I'm going after. And that's about it, guys. There's really nothing else to talk about. I need to focus on just being more compliant with both diet and exercise. Like I said, the foods that I chose were not necessarily bad food options. Like having a serving of this, not a big deal. I eat olives every day. It just so happens that these jalapeno and garlic stuffed olives were, I don't know, they were awesome. So I just went to town. So anyway, it's just lack of self-control, basically. So as far as this weekend goes, it's my daughter's second birthday as of yesterday, and so we're having a gathering today of family. So we're going to be eating like Olive Garden catered, and I'm not going to be tracking. And that's another thing. I didn't track last weekend because the food I ate was, for the most part, out. So I figured, why track the few calories I have at home when most of my calorie intake for Saturday was away from home, and then Sunday was pretty much just beer and like basic foods. I just didn't track. Some of it's not easy to track. Today's not going to be hard to track. I could track the beer I consume, but I can't really track like the Olive Garden food. I'm just going to put it on a plate and eat it. So hopefully starting next weekend, or next week, I guess it would be next weekend, I can try to focus more on eating at home and doing a better job at tracking. And then next week, obviously, I'll do a better job at just tracking in general. So yeah, there you go. Simple plan. Do better at complying with the diet, which for me is going to mean not eating out of the freezer random cuts of meat. That's where I started making mistakes, and then just not giving into temptation, and then just doing more movement. So anyway, guys, I'm not discouraged by this. I think that at the end of the day, I'm going to see progress next week. I'm motivated, and if you guys have any questions, leave them in the comments below. I'll get back to you. That's all I got for this week. So we'll see you guys next week. Take care.